Do you hesitate while writing something on your own? Does the use of grammar, vocabulary, spelling, punctuation overwhelm you? Do you fall short of words while putting your thoughts on paper? If yes, then this video is for you. Hello friends, I am Sangeeta and welcome back to the channel. Today I'll be talking about writing skill and how you can develop this. So without delay, let's begin. Like speaking skill, writing is also a productive skill. But unlike speaking skill, writing is a much more serious affair because it is documented. By the way, have you watched my last video on speaking skill and how to develop that? If not, I will request you all to check that out. The link will be given in the description box. Now let us come straight to the point. Let us first discuss the process or steps involved in writing something. It can be well described by the acronym CODA. C for collecting ideas, O for organizing the ideas, D for drafting them, E for editing the draft, and R for redrafting. So basically the step is divided into three sections: pre-write, write and rewrite. So an effective writer has to keep the following things in mind while writing something: the main content, the related ideas, grammar, vocabulary, purpose of the write-up, the audience or the reader, targeted audience reader, and the handwriting portion. These are the sub-skills related to the process of writing. Now the question arises that how you should develop a good writing habit. I'll suggest you to start with translation. Basic translation might not help you in developing speaking skill, but it will surely help you to develop a good writing habit because it strengthens your vocabulary and it will increase your stock of words. Here I have an interesting tip for you. Try to find an interesting newspaper article or a blogger or a YouTuber whom you like most and who delivers content in native original language. Try to translate their speech and content. You can continue this habit until you are able to think in English and write on your own. My next important tip is that you start keeping a journal daily. Journal is like a diary where you are supposed to write down all your daily activities. Start writing them in English. The writing may be faulty or incorrect, but it is good to have a daily writing habit. While you are writing something, create a zero draft. It means that you must collect all the rambling ideas that is coming onto your head and you must write them down on a piece of paper. At this stage, do not filter the ideas. Let the ideas flow freely from the mind onto the paper. After you have created your zero draft, it is time to arrange them logically. Keep in mind that you have to keep the less important points at the beginning, and there would be a gradual rise from the least important one to the most important one. My next suggestion is that you never underestimate the importance of illustration and example to elaborate your point. One example here, one illustration there would make your writing engaging and lively. My next tip is that you choose simple words and sentence structure to convey your ideas. Try to avoid using jargons or heavy words while still developing the habit. When you are using jargon or heavy words or complex sentence structure, you might commit grammatical or syntactical errors. The next important tip is to avoid unnecessary words. Avoiding them will keep your sentence crisp, short and to the point. Expressions like there is, there are at the beginning of the sentences unnecessarily lengthen the sentences. So it is better to avoid them. My next tip to you is that to avoid contraction or shortened form like wouldn't, shouldn't, don't, etc. in official communication. Using contracted forms in official communication actually lessens down the importance or emphasis of the words or expressions. It might also seem rude and immature. Example, I don't want to do carries less importance than I do not want to do. Next is the judicious use of punctuation. We often tend to use extra question mark, extra exclamation mark or even ellipsis in our write-up. But using extra punctuation mark never emphasizes our conveyed emotion. So it is better to avoid anything extra. Unlike speaking skill, writing skill emphasizes accuracy over fluency because writing is a much more formal and serious affair than speaking. Since accuracy over fluency is preferred in writing, you need to be more careful in your use of grammar, vocabulary and spelling. For your vocabulary and spelling, a good reading habit is very necessary. Try to improve and revise your grammar on a regular basis. Apart from taking help from the conventional grammar book, you can take help from the online resources. Like there are various apps available in the internet and thesaurus and online dictionaries. With this, we come to the end of this video. I hope the tips will be helpful to you to be a better and effective writer. If you like the video, then hit the like button and share it amongst your friends. Take a moment to subscribe to the channel to get some meaningful and useful content and hit the bell button right next to it to get instant notification. With this, I am signing off and I'll see you in my next video.